Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Athena. Let's reset my house with me while I tell you how the journey of motherhood has been so far. So, I'm a mother of two. I have a 3-year-old daughter, and I recently had a baby. He's 3 months old now. And to my surprise, everything is just different from what I expected it to be. And I'm going to tell you all the things that I expected and what it actually is. Now, when I had a second baby, I just imagined that it would be similar to when I had my newborn baby when I had my daughter in 2020. But to my surprise, it's totally different. There are a lot of things that I didn't factor in when I was thinking about all that had happened with this new baby. One such thing being that this new baby might be totally different from my daughter, which she is. My daughter was sleeping consistently from day one, and she was more on a schedule than my son. My son is a little more clingy. He wants to be held a lot, and he wants to have a lot of comfort when he's to go to sleep. Another thing that I didn't factor in is the fact that my daughter would actually be a little bit different when the baby comes along. And what I mean by that, my daughter is way more clingy now. My daughter was always independent, never a mama's girl. Like, she was never clingy to me. But now, since the baby is here, she's a little bit jealous. And because of that jealousy, she tends to want to be around me a lot more. For example, when the baby was younger, I had the baby in my lap, and it was so hard. He was crying. As I put him down, he'd wake up. And finally, I got a break and he fell asleep. I put him down to sleep and I was like, relax, ready to just take a breather. And then, out of nowhere, my daughter just comes and jumps up in my lap. What am I supposed to do at this time? I'm tired, but my daughter needed me. I could have just shunned her and said, oh my God, I'm so tired. But I decided not to. I decided that I'm going to give my daughter a little comfort, even if it means taking a lot of energy out of me, because she is being affected by this new baby and she was never included in the decision making. So I have to do whatever it is to accommodate her and her needs. Also, I have to ensure that I have meals prepared for my daughter, which is something when I had her, I didn't have that extra person to take care of, and I didn't realize how much it took to take care of a toddler until I had the baby. So I have to make meals for her. My daughter, I limit her to the tablet to 1 to 2 hours per day, so I have to create activities for her as well. So when she's at home, I have to make sure that she has stuff doing. So if you watch my videos, you'll see that sometimes I'll be in the room with her and the baby while we play. And then I have to carry her outside. So if I'm by myself with the baby, I have to strap the baby onto me and carry her outside so that she can burn some energy and get some stuff out. I do have persons that will watch my daughter sometimes when it gets really overwhelming, and sometimes she asks to go to other person's house because she wants to be able to play and scream freely. So sometimes she'll be like, oh, I want to go to XYZ, I want to go to Auntie Lacey, because she have the other kids there that she can play with, but they can't always accommodate her. So when I'm at home with her, I just do what I can to make her feel special and to know that the baby has not replaced her, but instead is just a fun addition. Another thing that I never thought about, and this is the one that hits me the hardest, is how we would maintain the house. I didn't realize that I was actually cleaning a lot because of Zenaya. But now that I have the baby to take care of, if I miss an hour or two of sweeping the floor, I see how everything is messy. And it's kind of like a shocker to me and kind of like a little bit stressful to me because I like when my house is clean. But my daughter, she'll make a mess. One option that persons might say is that I should feed her. I'm not going to feed my daughter. She's 3 years old. I'm going to let her eat but by herself, but one of the consequences of that is that she'll make a mess. But that's fine. I clean it up. It's just that sometimes I don't have the time to just always be cleaning, and it drives me crazy. But that's something that I didn't think about. Like, I literally, and I know this might sound crazy, but I literally sweep my floor probably like 5 times a day, because my daughter will, like, she'll eat something and she'll probably get it on the floor, or she might move something, or dust just blows in the house, and I just cannot stand to feel dust on the bottom of my feet. So I clean very often, and I never thought about that. Also, another thing that is affected is our sleeping arrangement. And for now, thankfully, I have help. We have persons who will come and sleep if my husband is not at home, because Zanaya sometimes wakes up in the night. And can you imagine if I just put down the baby 1 hour later, Zanaya come and wake me up? Finally get Zanaya to sleep, and then half an hour later the baby's up. So it's like I'll never get any sleep. But thankfully I have help, so that has made it easier. And once our dad is at home, he'll deal with Zanaya if I have the baby, or vice versa. We just take turn. But I realized that since the baby, Zanaya wants my attention more, and I think it's because I'm the one that mainly take care of the baby. So she always tries to cling to my attention. It has been crazy. Another thing is a me factor, because my recovery was way harder with this baby. First of all, I'm tired most of the time because I had anemia, and also I was in a lot of pain. My pain lasted a lot longer than it did with Zanaya. So of course it was difficult doing stuff. I remember getting so depressed in like the first week or two because I couldn't move properly, and I would just see the stuff and I want to clean the house, I want to do this, but it's like I couldn't do it. Thankfully, my neighbor came over and she helped us. She's been helping us with the baby and helping us to like wash the stuff, just helping us do a little things around the house. I'm so grateful for all the persons who I have in my corner to assist me when I can't do stuff, because trust me, it has been rough. My son, another thing with this period is that my son has reflux, and because of that, he feeds small feeds at a time and way more frequently. So I'm feeding my son like every 2 hours, and that is really hard, and that can take a toll on me, especially at night when I'm really tired, and the longest stretch that I'll get to sleep is probably 1.5 hours, because I fed him at 1, hold him up until 1:30, and then I'm sleeping, and then by 3 o'clock he's up again. So that's really hard on me. It has been affecting me because I'm so tired all the time, but I'll do it again, do it over and over for my son. The pediatrician has recommended that we start cornmeal porridge or add some Nestum to thicken his feeds. We are waiting until 4 months, which is a recommendation, waiting until 4 months, and then we start the cornmeal porridge, and hopefully that will help. I'll start it off at night to see if we can get some longer stretch. I'll give it a week. If it doesn't work, I'm just going to go back to just breast milk, because I really don't want to add anything until 6 months. But the sleeping is not only affecting me, but it's also affecting him, because most of the time he's not getting a full good night's rest. So in the daytime he's a little more sleepy than usual, and also with the reflux he's not keeping no much, has to feed more often, and then playtime gets cut shorter because of this. I know he's frustrated because sometimes he wants more. Anyways guys, that's it. Comment below your things.